Okay, I've got two 65-inch OLEDs which have been waiting for repair for about 6 months now, so let's have a play. Now, if this channel entertains or educates, or if you just like its content, please consider buying the channel a cup of coffee. You can do this through the YouTube Supers, or just by popping along to this email address on PayPal and making a donation. And once again, thank you very much for supporting the TV repair community. It helps make all these videos possible. Please note this channel is for YouTube only. If you see this content on TikTok or any other platform, please report it and let us know. Evening all. Monday night. Let's take a look at an old classic. Don't believe this. I was told this was a 42-inch, it's a 46-inch, but the reason I'm saying I don't believe it is because I think this has got a power supply problem. I'm pretty certain of it. It's blowing the fuses and tripping the mains, etc. And I had this exact same TV, and I was looking at it 2 weeks ago, thinking, I'm never going to need you anymore, because the one I'd got had got a smashed screen, and I've thrown it away. I could have just swapped power supplies over. But that's a lazy way. Let's see if we can fix the power supply. Well, I'm going to have to fix the power supply. I'm not buying one now. Plus the customer kind of hinted that he doesn't want to spend a lot of money on this. I think this is a 3D TV. And in its day, it would have cost a pretty penny. I mean, TVs had started to come down by the time this had hit the market, but I still bet this was a £500–600 TV, maybe a little bit more. But we are talking 12 years ago, maybe a bit longer now. But definitely one of these TVs that was never designed just to get you through the 5-year warranty period, or whatever the warranty period you got with it. I mean, I'm not a, I was going to say, I'm not a skeptic. That's not the word I'm looking for. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't believe, or I didn't believe, hello, here we go, I didn't believe that a manufacturer would do the built-in obsolescence type thing. In other words, I mean, I can understand components only having a certain amount of shelf life. That just makes sense. But I would never believe that a manufacturer would stick a chip in that's got some sort of counting down clock, yet it has been discovered in a washing machine, I believe, or a tumble dryer or something like that. It's got a counting, well, the machine will switch off after so many, yes, it was a washing machine because it will switch off after so many cycles. So if they're doing it in washing machines, oh no, don't turn me into conspiracy theorist. I hate conspiracy theorists. But anyway, that should come off now because I'm a professional and I get all the screws first time. Let me know. Didn't say I get the cables, but I do get the screws. I'm playing games today. I sent up a video earlier of playing a game, and I genuinely didn't know about that TV. I got a TV from the recycling centre, and I thought, oh, hello. I could have hit the jackpot here if this just needs backlights. I won't go any further, just in case you haven't seen it, but I sent that up a little bit earlier. Why don't I set my cameras before I go? Oh, because this camera gets on my nerves. No, it doesn't. It's a lovely camera. It's my favourite camera. Oh, I take it out. But there must be a software update, because at the moment it is click the button 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and it goes round. Okay. It's doing some weird stuff. And I've got to sort out this zoom throbbing thing. Anyway, playing games, let's have a guess. If it's blowing the power supply, is it going to be a shorted FET or a cap? I'm going to say a cap, because a cap can bypass the fuse and blows the fuse in the plug. It's a bit dusty, but we ought to have a look first. I think I've seen it already. Mate. There's a chunk out of that thermistor. That may not be the only thing, but there is a chunk out of that thermistor. Of course I'll fix it properly. If this works, I'm just not convinced that it's just this. The way to test on this safely is I'm plugging it into my variac, turning the variac up, but if those amps start to go, start to build up, start to move too much and there's a bit of buzzing, then I know there's still a short. I have got my other power supply thing that I made ages ago, but I never use it. And TVs can take a bit more current than some amplifiers, so I'll carry on using this particular method for now. Let me plug in. Switch on, but there's no voltage. Going to start turning the voltage up now. Watch that amp meter, see what happens. Oh, ho, ho, baby. It don't like it. There's still a short on here somewhere. Look at that amp meter go up. And I'm only giving it 60 volts. 60 volts and it's unhappy, man. And there's smoke. Obviously there's smoke, but what is smoking? That's what I need to see. Ah. That's not very happy, is it? Is that the one that was covered in gunk? Yes. It's always the ones covered in gunk. But just to replace that transistor, I've got to unsolder that one, obviously. I've got to unsolder that one too. I've got to unsolder that pinpoint, that one, and that one. And then take the screws out. No. There is another N-channel MOSFET in this old, is it a Panasonic board? Is it an LG board? I don't know. I think it could still be, it's not going to be a Samsung board. Oh yes it is, okay. It's an old Samsung board. Anyway, so another Samsung board, they've got an N-channel MOSFET just here, which I'm going to take out. And just for those that may be interested, this is the one that went pop originally. It's the one that I've just taken out. So I'm just checking in particular the current rating, the drain, the gate and the source, just making sure the pins are in the correct order of the one that I've just taken out of the spare board. So this is the faulty one, that's the one that's gone short, and this is the one that I'm sticking in from the other Samsung board. And apart from a few minor differences, it looks like that's going to work. It has to be said, how has the backlights lasted so long in this TV? Trouble is, when I give a year's warranty on this, I'm going to have to stipulate that it is just for what I've done. And I've got no idea how much I should charge for this job. If it works. It might go pop again in a second. But I've got no idea how much I should charge for this. Of course, we have to remember that something did start smoking on here. I don't know what it was when we were short. But I don't know what. Anyway, let's plug in. Let's see what the amp meter does as I turn it up. Remember when we got to 60 volts last time, it wasn't very happy. Well, we're past 60 volts now. Is it smoking? I thought I saw something. No, it's a fly. Well, I'm almost up to power. Almost. 120 volts now. I'm looking at that amp meter and it's drawing, well, not much, which is about right. I haven't got the back on yet, so I can't see. I think I'm going to put the back on because it's drawing something, which you would expect it to draw. Oh, the backlights have come on. I don't know if you can see, but the backlights have come on. And the T-con's on. You might just be able to see through here some backlights. And the T-con is on. Don't know if we've got a picture though. I'll turn it around. Okay, I've put the back on the TV. I've got the amp meter here because I'm still not 100%, but hopefully that will just go up to a quarter of an amp, maybe a bit more now we've connected other stuff up. Whether we'll see the red light come on or not, it'll be interesting to see how many volts it actually takes to get these TVs to come on. So I might change the lighting a bit. Yeah, there. So switching the TV on, the amp meter will pounce up and down a bit, no doubt. There it is. My God, didn't we see it? I'm only at 60 volts and the TV came on. I'm turning it up a bit more now. Yeah, and it says HDMI 3 here. All that at 60 volts. Anyway, I've gone up to 150. I've got a little Samsung remote here. Smart Hub is being updated. I doubt it very much. Taking very little current. I suppose I ought to whack it up to 210 and 240 just to make sure that everything is going to be okay. But it does seem that everything's going to be okay. I can hear the sound. TV's powering on. I'll switch it down. Now we'll switch it on normally. There we go. Well, that's as good as fixed, isn't it? So just one old-fashioned N-channel MOSFET that had gone short. It may have taken out the fuse in his plug. In fact, it definitely would have done. So I will either give him a new lead or repair his fuse. It's not really a repair, is it, when you're doing a fuse? But anyway, at least I didn't have to go and buy a power supply for this, because the last time I looked for a power supply for this, they wanted 80, 90 quid, because these things are becoming a bit rare now. But they're an easy fix. Anyway, that is done. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for your support and all that kind of stuff. And I really need a cup of coffee and something to eat. Be good, and I'll see you tomorrow.